Talking all things entertainment, this is Sherri Pullum in the studio with Dreamers Unite. I'm sorry, I don't want to pass over that. That is huge. Can you just say that again one more time?
Yes, Golden Hour was the first time I was putting out records into the world where I produced my own music and that I was standing in it and believing in myself, not only as an artist, but also as a producer. Um, and being that self-sufficient creative. I mean, I was recording a lot of the things in my room myself. I was my own engineer, my own producer, my own songwriter. And I mean, I had some other collaborators on the project that I'm very grateful for, and we made some beautiful songs, but 6 out of the 12 songs were completely Summer Payton 100%. And
That's
so
huge.
that was a big deal for me.
That's a big deal for anyone. Hey, dreamers, and welcome to Dreamers Unite in the studio. I am Sherri Pullum, and thank you so much for joining me. And whether this is your first time or you're returning, I will invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because we definitely need your support on this channel so we can keep bringing you inspiring, uplifting content. And where in this space we can continue to dream, share, and manifest together, because no dream is too big to achieve or too small to ignore. All right, so today we are spotlighting the beautiful, the brilliant Summer Payton, a creative force whose talent shines in every direction. Summer is an R&B singer, songwriter, composer, music producer, and storyteller, redefining what it means to create. Her debut album, Golden Hour, features a beautiful crafted collection of songs that reveal the depth and honesty of her voice. Her inspirational single, My Life, climbed international charts, and her music has graced films, Netflix, and major TV networks. Summer Payton is the definition of a dreamer, doing the work, and I truly cannot wait to dive into her journey. And all that I told you about her, she's only 29. Okay, I know y'all are gonna love Summer just as much as I do. I'm already a fan, so I can't wait till you hear more about her journey. Summer, welcome to
Hello.
Dreamers Unite in the studio.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, I am excited to have you here. So, listen, Summer, you are extremely talented in so many areas. Um, how do you decide what area music producing, composing, singing, songwriting, how do you balance it all, number one? And then how do you decide kind of what lane and when will you go into that lane?
Hmm. How do I balance it all? It's challenging. I won't lie. It's challenging to balance, especially if you get deep in one for a long time, because the different lanes sometimes require different parts of you. And
Mm-hmm.
so if I'm like deep in composing for film and TV, that's a specific skill set. And when I'm in that lane, I'm thinking in that realm. And then when it's time to go to another one, sometimes it's a bit of a like sticky process to switch gears a little bit. Um, how do I choose which one? I'm not sure. It kind of just depends on my mood at the time. It kind of depends on what's happening. Um, Sometimes it depends on life circumstances and
Mm.
choices that have to be made because even outside of creatively, I'm still like a human being and there are financial responsibilities sometimes. So even sometimes I step away and do something that's specifically for the purpose of I got bills to pay and I need to do
Yes.
something that's going to help me do that. So but I feel like every now and then I don't know, I trust the universe. I feel like when it's time for something to circle around, it brings it back to me. And this is something, this interview is one of those things, because I've kind of been away from the artist part of me for a minute, and you are circling that back for me, and so
Uh,
I appreciate that.
oh, I am so grateful because you are so talented. How do you tap into, or how did you even know that you had this gift for composing? I mean, the singing could be a little more obvious, right?
Mhm.
In terms of, you recognize, even as moms, we recognize our child has this incredible voice, or outsiders notice that, right? But on the
Mhm.
inside, how did you know that you could be a music composer? And I want to say, I saw you leading how many pieces, how large was that
uh,
orchestra?
it was a 25-piece orchestra.
Okay, 25-piece orchestra. Okay, let me just like, hats off to you and big kudos and props. But how did you even know that you had that gift?
I think, well, when I wrote my first song, I wrote it sitting at the piano. And I realized that for me, my creative process really usually always starts there. It's always started at the piano for me. Um, and so for a while, I just thought of it in this singer-songwriter kind of way. But at some point, I realized like the making of the music, the composing of the music was a really important piece to me. And as I started like coming to terms with that piece, I was looking for what are the other ways that I could use this specific gift and this skill. And at the same time, because film is so much in my world based off what my mom does and what my brother does, it was like, oh, music, every film, every show needs music. And this is another avenue in which I can be creative and lend my musical talents to. So yeah, it was a really crazy experience to conduct the orchestra, because that was so different than anything I had ever done before. I had never conducted before, so I had to learn that skill. It was so surreal hearing them play my music live. Like it was just such an amazing experience, and something that I was really proud of myself for being able to do, and step into.
Oh, that is huge. I love the fact that you said that you're proud of yourself. Because sometimes we don't celebrate our wins. We don't give ourselves enough credit. Your mom and I had a conversation about that yesterday, which your mom, Vivian D. Payton. Let's just go ahead and dive into mom for a minute, shall we? Hey,
Okay.
mom, shout out to you. She is also this brilliant filmmaker, writer, and I have to say, she is now my showrunner for Cherry Red Sweet Escape. A little plug there. Yes, Cherry Red
Yes.
is coming soon. And I'm so grateful to work with her. And I can only imagine what it's like to be in your shoes to work with her. She's been such a tremendous mentor and guide and coach for me. What is it like working with your mom? She's your manager, right? And really co creator, I guess, on a lot of your projects. So tell me about how that all evolved and
Mhm.
the experience and journey with your mom.
Wow, it has been such a journey. I mean, but at the beginning of it, it was always me and her. She was the person who nurtured the dreamer in me and encouraged me and told me that it was something that I could do and that I could do what I wanted to do, whatever my dream was. She encouraged me to go for it. And when it was music, she was like, okay, it's music and that's what we doing. And so we were figuring it out together. She was looking for people for me to work with. She was investing in my studio time and all of those things. She made the way for me to try to live out my dreams. And she has been helping me in this process ever since, even when I'm difficult and hard to work with, even when I don't want to do things I'm supposed to do.
Mom, did you hear that? She's admitting she's difficult sometimes.
I
Okay,
am.
just let it, you
I
know.
am. I will admit that. I have my moods. I have my times where I'm unfocused. I have my times where I don't want to do some of the things that are necessary. But she's also a person who continues to bring me back to myself and continues to remind me to keep striving for my dreams and not forget what they are. And I also think that first of all, she's a big reason for my talent. You know, I think that she made both of her children storytellers at heart because
Mm,
she is a storyteller at heart. And it
yes.
started when we were little kids. Like she was the type of mom who wanted to know everything that happened when we were away from her, even when we would go to school. So we would come home from school and she would say, "Tell me about your day." And she would always say, "Put me there." And that phrase, "put me there," like meant I want you to make it feel like I was there with you. Give me all the details so I could feel as if I experienced it with you. And so I think that's something that made us more, descriptive people and made us storytellers because we grew up telling our mom stories about our day. And I think that translates into my art because when I'm doing anything, I always keep the storytelling at the forefront. When I'm making a music video, I want it to feel like a movie. Like that's important to me to build this world around it and tell this story and make it feel like cinema. And so I think that is for sure my mom's like fingerprint on my artistry.
That's so interesting. And I love the fact that, some mom and daughters can't work together, even in their, you know, even though they have the desire, they have the talent, they have the gift. So, how do you learn to compromise with one another? In terms of especially the creative process, right? Because you're
Mhm.
both creatives. But one thing I will say about your mom that I learned is that she really is this really wonderful coach, and she allows you to have your own space. For me, as like a creative and writer, she
Mhm.
really allowed me to be able to have my own space to expand and grow. So, do you have
Yes.
that experience with her as well?
I did. I think one thing that works for us really well is our personalities are kind of opposite. So we're not clashing usually. I think we just
Mm.
complement each other really well and we're able to be around each other a lot and we love being around each other. And then, yeah, I feel like she is one of my most trusted sources for feedback,
It's beautiful.
because I trust her to really know um, I trust her to know what's best. I trust her to know when something's right and when it's not. And when it's not, she tries to figure out a nice way to tell me and be like, how about we, yeah, I trust her. And I mean, and sometimes there are sometimes I'll be like, Mom, you're being my mom. You're biased. Like, you think everything I do is good, but she yeah, she coaches me into the right direction often. And we just have a lot of trust there, and that's important.
Yes, that is important. Okay. For the moms out there, you know what? I had to focus a little bit on the moms because, look, that's such a big part of any dreamer's journey is your support system and, a support system from your parents, from your family, for your loved ones, and everyone. Summer, you're so blessed to have that because everyone
Absolutely.
doesn't have that. I want to
Mhm.
just briefly say, too, your brother, he's an actor, right? You have any
Yes.
collaborations going on with your brother? Anything going on there?
Yes, actually, my brother, he is a brilliant actor. He is finishing up his third year at USC and their master's dramatic acting program. We actually just did a short film together last year that hopefully people will be able to see soon. It's called Message for the King. And he acted in that, but as well as a brilliant actor, he is a multi-hyphenate like me. He's also a brilliant writer and a brilliant director. So that project, he was the writer and director, and he starred in it. And I think our relationship is evolving to where one of our probably most used collaborations is going to become director and composer.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
which is very
juicy.
exciting. So as he's doing his film, he's on a trajectory where he does a film almost every year. And his last short film I was a composer of. So I think that we are starting to find our connection in that space for films that he directs and him having me be the composer and do the music. He's also a brilliant musician himself too. I mean, literally, we're really we're really similar. It just so happens that the film space is kind of his primary, with music always in his background, and for me, the music space is kind of my primary with film space in my background. But we kind of mesh together in this way, and we have this language because we both do all of those things that we just really work well together. So I feel like we always will. Like whenever we're doing something, I feel like we will always figure out a way to have each other be a part of it.
Yeah, you Paytons are a force to be reckoned with, a creative force to be reckoned with. And Summer,
Yes.
you are a creative force to be reckoned with. Okay, so let's talk about Golden Hour,
Yes.
your debut album.
Mm.
What did it take to pour into that album? And how do you think that you changed as an artist and really as a woman? What did you learn from that whole experience?
Mm. It took a lot of determination. It took a lot of focus. Took a lot of faith. I think that when I was doing that album, one of the primary things that I was learning about myself and remembering about myself is simply the fact that being an artist is important to me. Because at the time, I had been through so much in the music industry. I had had some negative experiences and feedback and things that had kind of, broken my spirit a little bit and made me a little more discouraged. And so I was kind of tilting my sails in a different direction. I was like, oh, maybe I'll only focus on songwriting, or oh, maybe I'll only focus on producing. And then when the pandemic hit, it was kind of like this reckoning as I was sitting at home day after day. And just with the uncertainty in the world, I was just realizing, like, if the world were to end today, or if my
Mm.
life were to end today, would I be happy with what I have put out into it? And at the time, I realized the answer was no. And I was like, I have not dedicated myself to a project. I have not shown the world who I am and what I can do. And it's important for me to do that so that I know that I will always have done that. And so that's what Golden Hour was for me. It was like my statement piece of, like, this is Summer Payton. This is who she is as an artist. This is what she can do. And it was also at the same time me stepping into this place of self-sufficiency with my creativity, because it was a pandemic. I was in my room creating that by myself for the majority of it. And I was also stepping into the fact that, yes, I am a producer, and I'm a producer good enough to put out, to produce my own songs and put them out. And so Golden Hour was the first time that I actually was releasing records that I had also produced. Um, so that
That's huge. I
all of
just don't
those
want to
things
go
were
over
coming
that. I'm
together.
sorry. I don't want to pass over that. That is huge. Can you just say that again one more time?
Yes, Golden Hour was the first time I was putting out records into the world where I produced my own music, and that I was standing in it and believing in myself, not only as an artist but also as a producer, um, and being that self-sufficient creative. I mean, I was recording a lot of the things in my room myself. I was my own engineer, my own producer, my own songwriter. And I mean, I had some other collaborators on the project that I'm very grateful for, and we made some beautiful songs, but 6 out of the 12 songs were completely Summer Payton 100%. And
That's
so
huge.
that was a big deal for me.
That's a big deal for anyone at such a young age. That's why I wanted you to repeat that. I didn't want to interrupt you, but we had to spotlight that because, first of all, to even have the vision of being an owner of your own music and producing it and writing it and handling all the facets of it is so important. You are really like a true artist.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so glad that you're being reminded of that every day.
Yes.
Yeah. And now, even with me connecting again, yes, you are a true artist. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what do you mentioned with Golden Hour that it really showed you 100% of who you are? So let's
Mm-hmm.
strip away all the labels, the composer, the singer, the daughter, the artist. Who is Summer Payton at her core? What's the essence of you, Summer Payton?
Such a tough question. I think the essence of Summer Payton, I do believe at the core, I am a dreamer, which is why this is so aligned, because I think I'm a person that really believes that we are our truest and happiest selves if we are doing what we love. And so that is something that is my North Star. Um, I'm a really family oriented person. Like anybody who knows me knows how important my family is to me, how much I try to involve them in everything and keep them involved. Um, I'm a very nurturing person. I like taking care of people. It's important to me to make everyone's life around me better. And so I try to be a person that does that. How can I make your life better or easier in whatever way that looks like for the people who are important to me, especially my family? Um, and I'm just yeah, I feel like I'm a believer. I'm very determined, I would say. And I try to encourage everybody else to be as well. Like I want us all to be our best selves, our happiest selves, and doing the things that we love to do.
I love that because I feel like too we're aligned in so many ways. Because I feel like for me too, part of my purpose on this planet, and I hear that in you, is to bring more joy to the world.
Hmm.
Yeah, and to inspire people through your art, through your creative vision, and to nurture people through your gifts and
Yes.
through your talents. You had mentioned before in one of the, or your mom actually mentioned in the behind the scenes, one of the video productions that you were doing, the behind the scenes. She said that you're many, many, many people. And
Hmm.
so when I say who is Summer Payton, who are all those people in Summer Payton? And you had the video where you played a variety of, the boxer, right? Talk a
Hmm.
little bit about that experience and how you decided to represent yourself as these three characters, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah, I play a lot of roles. I mean, at my core, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a granddaughter, and all of those roles are very important to me. And I'm an artist, and I'm a songwriter, and I'm a producer, and I'm a composer, and sometimes I'm an actor, sometimes I'm a screenwriter. Um, Sometimes I was a bartender at one point. I've done a lot of things. And they all have their little places inside me. I think I also have multiple sides to my personality. I think generally I'm a really cool, laid back person. I'm a very observant person. I try to go into a situation and just see what's happening versus trying to put myself into it immediately. Um, so I think there are times what I was trying to get across in my music video is that there are times where different parts of me serve the situation best. And so while I have all these different parts, I kind of pick and choose what needs to come out. And there are some times where I need the fighter in me to be more more front and center, and to take care of the parts of me that are more kind or giving or any of those things that people can easily take advantage of, and
Mm.
sometimes I have to put that armor on, and then sometimes I could take it off and I could just be heal the world Summer, which is a big part of who I am. And so I feel like I just rotate through those things, and I think that in my art I try to showcase all those different sides.
I think you do it really well and brilliantly.
Thank you.
Yes. I want to talk about some of your recent projects.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's talk about Christmas Magic.
Yes.
I love that song, and we're going to play a little piece of it in a second. But I want you to tell what's the inspiration of Christmas
Mm-hmm.
Magic. And I love everything about it. Let me just say that. Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
tell where the inspiration came from, and then we're going to play a little clip.
Yeah, so Christmas Magic is a really fun song. It came about because me and my friend Ray, who goes by the name Canvos, he's a brilliant producer. He is one of my musical soulmates. We've made a lot of music together. Um, we were just sitting in a room and we were like, we wanted to bring some joy. We were like, let's make some Christmas music. Let's make some feel good Christmas music for the holiday time to just kind of like bring joy and cheer to the world. And Christmas Magic was born, and we made it and we had it for a while, and then it just so happened that I've been working a lot with sync licensing companies that work to help get my music into TV and film. And Netflix chose Christmas Magic to be featured in their holiday movie Meet Me Next Christmas, which was really exciting and fun. And so once they chose it, I was like, well, I got to release it because I want the world to be able to hear it. And Christmas is also really it's important to me, like personally, because my birthday is on Christmas.
That's
I'm a Christmas
right.
baby.
You're a Christmas
So
baby.
that's the other side of it too. It's like, I get to do both things. It's me because I'm born on Christmas and then I'm making Christmas music. It's like this whole, synergy thing around it. And so I feel like Christmas magic is like the essence of that.
All right. Well, let's see, like, if my team is ready, let's see if we can just play a little bit of Christmas magic.
Oh, I'm catching that winter bug, writing letters to the North Pole. The Christmas air is picking up. No other holiday comes close. I'm counting down the days for Santa and his sleigh. Oh, yeah, he's on his way, on his way, on his way. Got the time and place, yeah, just come out and play. Oh, no, I can't wait, I can't wait, I
This is the
can't
part
wait.
coming
The fire is burning bright. Gingerbread cookies with milk on the side. He knows if you're naughty or nice. You'll find out in the daylight. Ooh, want that Christmas magic. I want that Christmas magic.
Yes.
Ooh, want that Christmas magic. I
All
want
right.
that Christmas magic.
Yes, I want that Christmas magic. All right. We can fade it
Yeah.
down. Amazing. Let me give you some
Thank you.
golf claps. Brava.
Thank you. Yeah, that song, it just makes me happy. It brings
How
my
long
spirit
did it
up.
take you to
So
write? How long does it take you to write a song? How long did it take you to write Christmas Magic?
it didn't take that long. Took us maybe 4 hours, on the day. We were just locked in, when the synergy is happening and we're really locked in, it kind of just comes really easy. And that's when I know a song is right. Like if we're kind of laboring over it, it's like something's not fitting. But when it just kind of spills out and all the inspiration is there, it's kind of like when you make it magic.
Yes. So now, how can people? They listen to a little piece of it here. I know everybody after listening to that, they want some Christmas Magic. How
Yes.
can they get Christmas Magic and hear it, listen
Christmas
to it?
Christmas Magic is available on all streaming platforms under me, Summer Payton. You can search up Christmas Magic wherever you listen to music. It is there. I also have a lyric video on YouTube. So wherever you get your music, you can get a little piece of Christmas Magic.
Yeah, and a little piece of Summer Payton. Yes, I
Yeah.
love it. Listen, we're going to get another little piece of you because Made to Dream is going to be, you are gifting and gracing us with the opportunity to use Made to Dream, which you're working on. It's a work in
Hmm.
progress.
Hmm.
Dreamers, I can't wait till you hear our new theme song. Yes. So tell me a little bit about Made to Dream, and then I have a couple
Yeah.
more questions, and we're going to move on to our question answer segment.
Yeah, so Made to Dream is a song I made a little while ago. It was one of those things where I wanted something that was inspirational and that was getting to the heart of that like dreamer spirit. Again, just showing how we're so aligned and how this platform is so aligned. And I've had it for a while, and not everything you make ends up finding a place or getting released or having a home. So it's been sitting for a while, but then as you came into our universe, it's like it found its purpose, and I'm so happy and excited about that, for it to be able to kind of just represent what this platform is about and be the musical backdrop of that.
Summer, literally, I have goosebumps when you said it's found its purpose. It has
Mhm.
found its purpose and its home, and I mean, we all are just really grateful that you would allow us to have your song Made to Dream as our theme song, as the backdrop to
Yeah,
all
it's
the dreamers and our vision and our mission here. So thank you,
yeah,
thank you, thank you.
no problem. It's an honor for me, truly.
Well, listen, Payton, how do you take care of yourself? I'm calling you by your last name, Summer. How do you take, I'm like, Payton, how do you take care of yourself, Summer?
uh I'm
And I
still working
hope
on
you
that
do
part.
because you have a lot going on. And a lot of times, certainly as women too, all the time, we don't take care of ourselves the way that we should. So, Summer,
Yes.
how do you take care of yourself?
Yeah, I'm still working on that because I could be better at it because sometimes I'm so focused on it's like, yo, I'm not where I want to be, so I just need to work, 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 work. But as I'm getting older, I'm learning that rest is just important as working. And so I think for me, it's important to know when it's time to just rest and let myself do nothing or not force it. If it's a day where nothing's coming out, that's okay. Like maybe I just need to step away for a second. And then I try to recharge in the places that fill me. I try to spend time with family, spend time with friends, um, go to concerts. Those are something that reinvigorate me and re-inspire me. And I just try to keep my self-care. I'm trying to up my self-care game, do the things that just make me feel good so that my vessel feels good and so that I'm always operating, at my best.
I love that. Okay, you don't know this, but on the show, I catch a nugget. I catch a lot of nuggets, but this one I'm going to catch and I'm going to throw it, or we're going to throw it to the dreamers together. Okay, the
Okay.
nugget is taking care of yourself. Sometimes, listen, dreamers, when you are living life beyond just going for a dream, and everybody's a dreamer, I've already said that, so you all know that. But as you're living your life, you do need to take time to rest. Rest, reset, and recharge, and fill your vessel up before you can fill anyone else up, okay? Because you can only pour from your overflow. You cannot pour from an empty cup, right, Summer? All
Absolutely.
right, so Summer, hand me that dream. Hand me that dream. Go ahead, put your hand down and give it to me. All right, there you go. I caught it from you. Boom! There you go, dreamers. Catch that. That's a huge one. We can't miss it out. We can't let you miss out on that, dreamers. Summer, thank you so much. And I have
Thank
one
you.
last question. I know you didn't expect that throwing out nuggets to people. Yeah. I hope it doesn't hit anybody in the head, the nugget, but maybe it needs to wake somebody up.
Hmm.
um, listen, before we go on to our next segment, my last question is how or what can you say to inspire a dreamer? Because you are a dreamer, I'm a dreamer. We really all are. I always tell people anything you see, taste, feel, hear, touch comes from someone's imagination, from their
Hmm.
vision, their heart, their soul. How, from your journey,
Hmm.
how can you, or what offering can you give another dreamer to help inspire them when they feel like they can't go on?
Hmm. Well, first I would say I know it is tough because being a dreamer and keeping that faith alive is not an easy path to walk, but I think it's the most rewarding path to walk. And what I would say to somebody that's, just not sure of that next step, I would say think about, well, first of all, time is going to pass anyway. Life is going to pass anyway, whether we choose to or not. 5 years from now, 5 years will have passed. And so I would say think about where you want to be and think about the fact that even if it's something you feel like will take you a long time, the time is going to pass anyway. So when you rather the time be passing while you are working towards and striving towards where you want to be and putting one foot in front of the other and working, because every little bit counts even if you feel like it doesn't. So I would encourage people to keep the faith. I would encourage people to know that forward movement is what's most important, even if it's small.
Yes.
Um, and just to keep in mind, I would encourage them to think about their future self and what they want for their future self, and do the things today for that will be best for what you want your future self to be.
Oh, I love that. Do the things today that you want your future self to be. I love
Yeah.
that. And of course, during the process, I always say learning how to enjoy the process. and enjoy that present moment, no matter what it is,
Yes.
challenging or not. Just take a moment to appreciate it, learn from it, grow from it. I want to ask you, how did you get to be so wise? Okay, that's what I want to know. Listen, not only are you super talented, multifaceted, multi-hyphenate artist, but you are so wise.
Thank you. I mean, it just comes with time. It comes with experience. Uh, it comes with some failure. That's the thing, you know. Sometimes you got to try and it not work, but it's like, okay, because you try and now you know something better, you learn something. And the next time you try, you will have that extra piece of information to help you do it better the next time.
That's right. You got to fail forward.
Yes.
All right. We're going to move on to our next segment, our Q&A. And we're not going to be talking about failing, but we are going to be talking about moving forward. All right. All right, dreamers, up next with Summer Payton is our Q&A. Okay, we are back with our Q&A with the fabulous, brilliant, beautiful Summer Payton. Okay, Summer, this is the segment where one of our dreamers in our dreamer community has a question for you.
Okay.
So let's take a listen to the question.
Summer, you make me proud every single day, and I'm so glad that in you lives the heart of a dreamer. As dreamers, we're always pushing forward, always building, striving towards some goal, oftentimes forgetting to pause and see how far we've come. So, when you think about the life you're creating, the future you're working toward, what does success look like to you? How will you know that you've actually arrived at a moment that you've dreamed of?
Okay, before you answer, I just want to let our audience and our dreamers know. Surprise! It's who? You know who that is, right?
My mom.
Yes, so we wanted to surprise you. I thought, and your mom just nailed it. So, okay, go ahead and answer the question.
Uh, and she asked a good question too. Like she wow, she got me with that one. How will I know I've arrived? It's such a good question and it's such a tough question because when you're working so hard and you're just trying to move forward, sometimes it's like, when is enough enough? And it is something that I think about often because I have such high standards for myself and such high goals for myself that I could easily fall victim to it never being enough. Um, mm. I think for me right now, the first marker of success that I am trying to hit, where I will feel like I have reached an important goal, it would be being able to be financially independent, financially stable, and secure, specifically from my artistry and my gifts and my music. I think as creative is one of the hardest things we come up against, especially as the world keeps changing and the industry keeps changing and business models keep changing and the way to make money from music keeps changing and getting more challenging. Um, but it's a really important thing for me because this is what I've chosen as my career. It's what I've invested in. It's what my parents have invested in a lot in. It's what I went to school for. So it's like, for me, I think that benchmark is going to be like when I can look around and say, I feel financially secure specifically from my music career. That is what success looks like to me.
Do you feel successful already? Is there a part of you that already feels like I am successful? I mean, beyond the financial part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
and yes, that is definitely necessary. But do you feel successful?
Do I feel successful? I I don't, not yet. I feel accomplished in certain ways. And I feel that there are certain things that I've accomplished that I'm proud of myself for accomplishing. Um, but not yet. I don't think I'm ready to say I feel successful yet.
I think that's so honest. I just want to tell you from my vantage point and from my lens, in so many ways, you are successful because the things that you set out, I mean, part of success is keeping your word to yourself. Part of success is living your dream, doing what you say you're going to do, and showing up as you. So, I believe you are successful in many ways. You may
I
not have
appreciate that.
reached your pinnacle yet of success and achieving all that you want to achieve. But as you said, sometimes with success, as we look at it, how do we know when our glass is it half full or is it half empty? So I'm just encouraging you to see that your glass really is full in so many ways.
Thank you. I appreciate that and having that extra perspective sometimes because it's very easy to be, hard on yourself and feel like it needs to be more and more and more. But for you to say that does mean a lot to me.
Yes, and I'm going to give you some golf claps too. Like, don't let me throw up the victory arms. There they are. Okay. Everybody knows I like to throw up some victory arms. Okay. And celebrating you. Um, Vivian D. Payton, we so appreciate your question. And
Yeah.
thank you, Summer, for really sharing your authenticity, your light, and your truth. I honor that, and we honor it. All right, we got one more segment. You gonna stick around? You
Yes.
ready for it? It's
I'm
going to
ready.
be the dream game.
Okay.
All right, dreamers. Up next, the dream game with Summer Payton. We are back, and you know what time it is. It is time to play the dream game. And I, of course, have Summer Payton with me. Okay, Summer, are you ready for the dream game? I've
I think I'm
already
ready.
described, I'm going to give you 5 questions with one-word answers. And like I've said, this dream game has taken a number of different iterations, but I think I'm going to stick with this for a bit. So it's 5 questions, one-word answer, and then afterwards, the final question will be, what's your dream? And of course, we're going to add it to our dream box.
Okay.
All right? All right. So, what's the one word that describes your dream?
Mm. Ambitious.
Love that. One word that keeps you motivated.
Hmm. One word that keeps me motivated. I would say dreams.
We're here. We're here
Yeah.
with that. Dreams. Okay. One word that scares you but pushes you forward.
Vulnerability.
Oh, you are good at this dream game. One word that represents your purpose.
Ooh. Multi-hyphenate.
Love it. Okay, you want to give me the drum roll for the final question? You go for the
Yeah.
drum roll. Go ahead, give me a little drum roll. There you go. One word you want to leave the world with.
Ooh. Mm. Freedom.
That one hit me right in my heart and soul. And I have goosebumps from that. That just gave me chills all over my body. Freedom,
Yeah.
liberation. Wow. Ooh, Summer, you just caught me off guard. I always know I need a tissue. Dreamers, you know how I am. You know I need a tissue. You know,
Yeah.
I get a little teary eyed. That was beautiful. Thank you so much, Summer, for those really thought filled answers and honest. Yeah. Okay. So, what's your dream that you want me to put in this dream box? And, you know, this is like a part of name it, claim it, own it. You are
Yeah.
going to name your dream. We, as I believe there's power in numbers. So, as
Yeah.
a community of dreamers, we're going to come together and we're going to claim it with you. And then you get to come back here and tell us how you owned it, because you're going to own it. And then you get to tell us the journey so we can learn from that. So,
Okay.
what's your dream? And then we're going to write it and we're going to put it in the dream box.
Ooh, I have a lot of them, but I think the one that I want to say, it's the one I forgot about that recently came back to me. And so that's why this is the dream. I want to put it in the box. And I also had recent inspiration around this dream. And the dream I want to put in the dream box is to headline my own tour as an artist.
Yes. Yes.
That's something that's important to me. I mean, going to the concerts of the artists I love is one of the things that made me want to be an artist in the first place, and studying those. And so I think it's a big dream for me to be able to put the world of my music on stage in a tour format and tell the story that way, and be able to travel around the world and do that in multiple places. So that is my dream that I want to put in the dream box.
Okay, well, we are claiming it with you. Summer Payton will be headlining her own worldwide, I see it,
Yeah.
worldwide tour. Summer Payton, I see it. I see your name. I see you on stage, all of it. And we're just going to throw it in this dream box right now, just energetically. I'm putting it in there.
Okay.
I want to ask you, who's your favorite artist? Who are you most inspired by?
My favorite artist of all time is Janet Jackson. I I just feel like she is the blueprint of everything it means to be an artist, specifically her tours. They were so massive, they were so creative, and yeah, like watching Janet's The Velvet Rope tour is one of the things that made me want to be an artist, and just seeing how she put a world on stage. So she's my blueprint for sure.
Oh, and she is let me tell you, that's a great blueprint to walk in and to have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Summer, I know that everything that you dream of, and I will be claiming it for you and our Dreamers Unite community as well. I can speak on behalf of them. We're with you and claiming it for you. How can people find you and learn more about you, where we can get your music, all of it? Give us everything.
You all can find me on all socials at Summer Mama. That's SOMAMOMA. That's Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, everything. And you can find me on all streaming platforms under Summer Payton.
That is beautiful. And they can download your music anywhere.
Yes, you can download my music anywhere that you like to listen to music, whether that's Apple, Spotify, Tidal, YouTube Music, Amazon. I'm on all of those platforms. And definitely reach out to me if you tell me you're a part of the Dreamers community. I would love to connect, because I think this is a very special place with special people, and I'm very grateful to be a part of it.
Summer, I cannot thank you enough for your light, your energy, your gifts, your spirit, your warm and loving soul. That's really what you are. You truly are a gift. Just as your mom has been a gift in my life, now I have this extension to you. And so I am just sending you so much gratitude. And here, this Dreamers Unite community is here for you. I hope you're going to come back.
I will. I will come back whenever you want me to.
Oh, that sounds good. We might even have to do a little something where we just talk music. Are you open to
Okay.
that?
I would love that.
Yeah, I think we should do that. I think we should do something about really just talking about music in the industry, maybe the new songs, what makes great songs, the music composing. I can just see us talking about a lot of stuff that really could benefit so many dreamers.
Yes, that would be fun. We
All
should do
right.
that.
All right. So I'm going to welcome you back anytime. But again, Summer, I really, so much gratitude, so much love to you. And I really just appreciate it. And I hope you had like a really joyful ride here on Dreamers Unite
I
in the
did.
studio.
I did. Thank you. I received all of that love and I'm giving it back to you.
Right here in my heart. Thank you so much for this time and spending time with me, learning more about Summer. I told you she's phenomenal, right? Like, she is an amazing spirit, and I hope that we're gonna show her some love, show her, you know, what it means to be a dreamer and being in this Dreamers Unite community. So please hit the subscribe button, okay? Follow her. Make some comments, ask some questions. She is open to it all. Right, Summer? Open to it all. Okay, dreamers, listen. I will see you next time right here on Dreamers Unite in the studio, because now really is the time for dreamers to create the world we wish to see.